Sometimes in my dreams,
Sometimes in my dreams,
I am with you, Kimberly.
I am with you, Kimberly.
Inside my belly,
Inside my belly,
showing you love.
showing your love.
I see the sky above me,
I see the sky above me,
imagining you inside of me.
imagining that you're inside of me.
My body's so warm like you.
My body's so warm.
You are my child.
You are my child.
You're the one I love.
You're the one that I love.
You're the one that I see inside.
You're the one that I see inside of me,
Move around me.
moving around me.
I can't tell where you are,
I cannot tell where you are,
but you're there.
but you're there.
The one I love.
The one I love,
The one I love.
Kimberly.
Kim.
Sometimes in my dreams,
In my dreams,
I am with you, Earl.
with you,
Home,
at home,
feeling so lost.
feeling so lost,
My heart is just dropping
dropping.
as every beat it takes. I worry about your sister,
Your sister,
Alexia.
Alexia.
As I stand there and I cry,
I cry.
I was wishing that she were you,
You,
but I know that she's gone,
she's gone.
and you're here for me too.
You're here.
I love you, Earl.
I love you.
Suddenly,
Suddenly,
things have changed,
have changed.
and I will give you all my love,
All of my love.
and I will never let you go.
Never let go.
Never let no one take you.
Never let go.
I won't.
No,
I love you.
I love you.
Sometimes in my dreams,
Sometimes in my dreams,
I feel a sudden move in my belly
I feel a sudden move in my belly
as my body resists
as my body resists
the movement of my child.
the movement of my child.
I love the sudden move
I love the sudden move
because I know it is my baby.
because I know that it's my baby.
I love my belly.
I love my belly.
It reminds me of the sky,
It reminds me of the sky,
so big and blue
so big and blue
because I feel my baby.
because I feel my baby.
The sudden move,
The sudden move
it's the move of my child,
is the move of my child,
the move of love,
the move of love,
that sudden feeling
the sudden feeling
in my belly which I love
in my belly which I love
because it's my child.
because it's my child.
I love my child.
I love my child.
I love my child.
I love my child.
Sometimes in my dreams,
Sometimes in my dreams,
I'm with you, Bryce.
I am with you, Bryce,
I'm lost in that lonely world,
lost in that lonely world,
crying all those tears.
crying all those tears.
You are with me,
You are with me,
at home,
at home,
feeling so hurt
feeling so hurt
because I've abandoned you.
because I've abandoned you.
Suddenly everything's clear,
Suddenly everything is clear,
and I give you all my love.
and I give you all my love.
Your heart is healed,
For,
and you're not lost.
yes,
You're at home,
at home,
happy,
happy
so happy.
with me.
Sometimes in my dreams,
Sometimes in my dreams,
I'm with you, Kristen.
I am with you, Kristen,
As a mother,
as a mother
in your dreams,
in your dreams.
I loved you.
I love you.
I pray for you.
I pray for you.
I try not to hide my feelings,
I try not to hide my feelings,
like the mountains in the sky.
like the mountains in the sky.
I open my heart,
I open my heart,
like the door of love,
like the door of love,
like the door of prayers.
like the door of prayers.
I try not to hide my feelings,
I try not to hide my feelings
because I love you so much.
because I love you so much.
Because you're my child.
Because you're my child.
You're like a growing mountain.
You're like a growing mountain,
You're like growing dreams
growing dreams
that last forever.
that last forever.
That last.
Hi, I'm Justin Spring from Soulspeak. We have another interesting documentary for you, one that's very moving too. It involves young mothers and their babies. Some time ago that we came to the conclusion that Soulspeak is very useful not only in helping people express their deeper emotions, but in strengthening bonds that may exist naturally, but in fact are not being exercised. More importantly, for this documentary, we knew, and I think everybody knows who has been a parent, that there's a natural bond that exists between mother and child. It's perhaps the strongest bond that we know in nature and in human beings. Yet at the same time, we know that it's often very difficult for the mothers to express their feelings to their babies, and as those babies grow into children, for the children to express their deeper feelings to the mother, to have a really viable bond going back and forth where they can express their very, very deeper feelings about confusion, frustration, anger, love, disappointment, happiness, all of those that they can express freely with each other. Soulspeak allows people to do that, and in this application of Soulspeak called Mother and Child Soulspeak, we did something a little different. We went to a place called Character House, in which the mothers are in juvenile detention. They're pregnant teens from all over the state of Florida who are about to give birth. They have going through them an ocean of emotions, if I can say that, or they have going through them a sea of emotions that combines love, optimism, anger, resentment, confusion, depression, anxiety. It's all magnified to a degree much larger than we experience in a normal population of mother and child. What we wanted to show here is that we could use Soulspeak between mother and child to have the mother speak Soulspeak poems to the baby, even before birth, because these are musical poems, don't forget. And what Soulspeak expresses are deep feelings. The words carry the emotions, basically, is what happens in Soulspeak. And what could happen here, we felt, is that if we taught the mother how to do Soulspeak in a special way to include her baby-to-be and then her baby after birth in her poems, that she could really speak to the baby on a deep, meaningful level. And at some stage, the baby would start to respond. Probably about a year or so, it would start to respond in the Soulspeak fashion. So that over the lifetime of the baby, right through childhood and through teenage, whatever it happened to be, they could do poems together. That seems very strange to us today to do, but Soulspeak is an oral poetry. It's done spontaneously, and it has a very social characteristic to it. People like to do it together, and there's no natural, better way to do it than in terms of the mother and child. So that we taught the mothers Soulspeak as a two-party operation. There's the speaker and the responder, and since their babies were too young to respond, we had one of the other mothers respond. But the idea was to train the mothers to always expect a response. And if you do, at some stage, the baby will start to respond and become a responder in the Soulspeak fashion. We encountered a number of problems when we started to work with the girls. We had worked at Character House before, and we had used Soulspeak to help them express as individuals some of the emotions that were racing through them. And this is a very bad situation. To paraphrase Charles Dickens, it was the best and the worst of times. It's the best because they're young, strong, they love their babies, they want to have their babies, and on the other part, their whole family situation is confused or it's absent. The father is often absent. They're in lockup. It's just a horrible situation, no support system around except for the counselors who are wonderful in Character House, but still their sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles aren't there, you know. So girls are very scared. They're 14 or 15, they're about to give birth. They're in a very strange environment. They don't know what's going to happen to them when they get out. They don't know how healthy their babies are going to be. All those things are going through their mind. So we had to find some way of constructively, creatively channeling all those confusions along with the love so that the mother could talk to the baby in poetry and say to the baby, in effect, we're in this together, you and me, and I love you. We can do it together. Without that kind of feeling and emotion behind that mother-child relationship would also be eventually down the chutes. You have to bring together that kind of Pollyanna, baby doll attitude and all the other emotions they have into a real world. And Soulspeak allowed them to do that. And to do that, the mothers had to move to a higher place. So you're looking at girls who made enormous jumps in terms of how they viewed themselves, their babies, and the world in order to do mother and child Soulspeak. And once they did it, they saw that they could speak to the baby from the bottom of their hearts, and it would be fulfilling, it would be filled with light and love. It was okay to do, and it was a bond that would last and grow and build. Because what the baby wants to hear is what the baby wants to feel. The baby wants to feel that love of the mother. It's substantial. After all, you know, the baby feels everything in the womb. It feels anger, it feels optimism, it feels love, it feels confusion, it feels depression. It's in the blood. You know, that in fact the baby may not be able to make much sense of it, but the baby is feeling those. And the object of the mother and child Soulspeak was to allow some harmony of those emotions to come out, in which that in fact the baby is not a baby doll, which in fact a lot of the girls have kind of separated it out from their darker emotions. The baby's like a baby doll to play with once in a while. They had to bring the baby into their real world, which is a tough world, one that they are hoping to do a better job with their children than in fact was done with them, and they have that optimism, and Soulspeak, I think, helped them do it. You can see a progress here of the mothers. They are basically creating poems in which the baby is included as a real person, as someone that they're going to be with for the rest of their lifetime, and which, if they can establish a bond between themselves and that baby, so the baby can start to respond in poetry at some stage, ever increasing, that bond will probably allow the child to escape what happened to the mother, which is crossing the law, often in a fit of anger, and suddenly just winding up in circumstances which are the most horrible you could imagine. Soulspeak is a deep primal poetry, and it allows the mother to express feelings that they thought they couldn't express to the baby. To say, we're in this, we're going to make it, I love you, things are hard, but we're not going to give up, ever. I'm always going to be there with you. And when the mother says that from the bottom of her heart to a real baby, her real child, the one she's going to be with forever, the baby feels that. The baby doesn't have to understand the words. The feelings are what's important in poetry anyway. The words are just the soldiers that carry the feelings from one person to another. So I hope you enjoy this documentary, that I think there's a large place for mother-child Soulspeak just in the normal mother-child relationship, both before birth and after birth and right throughout life. And I think you'll find the babies attractive. We couldn't film the faces of the mothers because that's against juvenile justice rules, so you'll never get to see their faces. But you'll get a chance to see their future faces, the faces of their children. You'll see the faces of their children when they're spoken to in the Soulspeak way. You'll see them light up. They love the music of Soulspeak. They love the way the mother's voice changes when they do Soulspeak. There's something so real and so true and so beautiful about it. And that feedback that they get from their babies, even at a young age, makes the mothers more proud. They know they can make it. They think they can make it. They hope they can make it. They're going to try to make it. So we are very happy with this relationship with you, Character House. We hope that you like the documentary. You hear some of the beautiful poems that these wonderful girls are trying to speak to their babies, to tell them it's okay, we're going to make it. And we hope also that you come back more and more to see Soulspeak and the way that it can help everyday people in everyday circumstances. Thanks a lot. But right now, in fact, I want to train you so that when you do it, even though this baby's a little not the real thing, because we're waiting for our babies, is that if you look at it as you say the poem, then it will just get that habit all cooked up. So who's going to do the poem now? Is it going to be? Okay, then if you're going to give the baby to her now, because in fact she's going to talk to. Because the thing that baby hears is that when you do it in poetry, in fact, it will allow you to talk about a lot of things that in fact you don't know how to talk about to the baby. And the baby will understand that in some way, just by the tone of your voice. So as the baby gets older, a year or 2 years older, you'll get closer because there's nothing that you can't talk about in this special thing that you do in Soulspeak. Okay. So here's these poems here: arms, room, shadow, love, surprise, cry, family. Let's just bring up the sound. Look at the baby as though you're talking to the baby, which you are doing, even though it's in your womb right now. Say your names nice and loud so we get a good recording. Go ahead.
This is Miranda doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
And this is Maria doing backup.
Sometimes in my dreams,
Sometimes in my dream,
I am with you, teenager.
I am with you, teenager.
I'm in a room.
In this dark room,
I see shadows.
your shadow.
I'm so scared I begin to cry.
I'm afraid.
But I look again,
I look so close.
and it's you, teenager.
It's you,
I grab you by the arms,
so tight,
and I hold you.
so close.
I'm so happy tonight.
This is Maria doing Sometimes in my dreams.
And this is Justin doing backup.
Sometimes in my dreams,
In my dreams,
I am with you, Kimberly.
always,
Looking out the window,
every day,
I feel hurt inside.
it hurts so bad.
I hold you in my arms,
All night long,
seeing the bright river.
there it is outside.
Birds flying around.
They're so beautiful.
I love you so much,
I can't stop.
but sometimes you're stubborn.
Too stubborn,
But I cannot say nothing.
but I can't say nothing.
But I'm still hurt.
But I still hurt.
I'm still hurt.
I'm still hurt. And the more that you can speak in poems to your baby, which is always protective of the baby because it's always cased in love and light. Poems are never dark. It might be sad, but they're fine. Think of when you were about 12 or 13, and like you tried to talk to your mom, and you sort of there's a little wall between you. That happens to everybody, by the way. It happens to me. That's what happens. But if you had developed a habit early of just talking your heart out to each other, that wall will never appear. Not in the same way. You may have to go your separate life, right? You're grown, you're going to leave. But you won't have that wall. And that wall exists because at some stage people stop talking to each other because they don't know how anymore. Once you develop this habit back and forth, that's what I hope you bring it home, you know? I'm banking on you.
Sometimes in my dreams,
I
feel a sudden move in my belly. As my body resists the movement of my child. I love the sudden move. Because I know it is my baby. I love my belly. It reminds me of the sky. So big and blue. Because I feel my baby. The sudden move. It's the move of my child. The move of love. That sudden feeling. In my belly, which I love. Because it's my child. I love my child. I love my child.
That was a wonderful poem, wasn't it? So what did Kristen feel about that? You feel any kind of movement? That kind of emotion is wonderful.
He was alone in the tunnel in my stomach, and I just wanted to kiss him and see his eyes.
Yeah, I could feel it. It was wonderful. The feeling of the poem was wonderful. In fact, you want to do another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem to be on a... You guys are doing great today. In fact, how you feel? You're about ready to go, aren't you?
I'm having a little pain.
Yeah. In fact, you want to just take a break for a while, or you want to do one more?
I think I can do one more.
Okay. Baby, God, afraid, moon, body, love, and confused. Okay. Just pick the word that's going to call you, and don't worry about the other words till we come back. You all set, Aunt Missouri, to be her backup? And really be with her, because every time you're with her 100%, her poem jumps. That was nice. She really went for that. You went with her. It was beautiful. When you hear it back on the film, you'll be amazed. Okay, just say your names.
This is Sierra doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
This is Missouri doing backup.
Sometimes in my dreams.
Sometimes in my dreams.
I'm with you, Kristen.
I'm with you, Kristen.
So confused.
Very confused.
So afraid.
Afraid.
But I know God loves me.
God loves me.
He loves you, Kristen.
He loves you too, Kristen.
Because God is my body.
God's my body.
God is my love.
God is my love.
God is my name.
God is my name.
God sent you, baby.
God sent you, baby.
And that's why I love you.
And that's why I love you.
That's why I love you, Kristen.
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 Wow, those were beautiful poems. Good for you. When you hear yourself in these films, the poems, can you play that back for them now? The thing I'd like you to do is just to hold the baby as though you're talking to the baby, because when you leave here, if you don't develop those habits, then you'll start to do just the poems for yourself, which is fine. You can do Soulspeak just out of those 7 rules. I used to make poems for yourself, which is important. There are some things that are private. Ready for your backup? Here comes some music. Say your names. Speak nice and loud now, so we record you well. Okay.
This is Maria doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
And this is Miranda doing backup.
Sometimes in my dreams.
In my dreams,
I am with you, Kimberly.
with you.
Looking up in the stars.
Look at the stars.
They're so tiny like you.
Wow.
They're lost like you.
So lost.
But they're bright.
Very bright.
Like the light I see in your eyes.
Like you, baby.
You're in my mind.
Always on my mind.
Never let you go.
Never.
You're my baby.
My one and only.
You know what we're going to do now? We're going to have you do backup, and Kimberly, you can do backup too. You can do a little Google if you want. And we're going to have Miranda just do one to your baby, which is coming right around the corner, right? We're going to have a live baby here within 15 days at least, right? Okay? And in fact, your baby's name is Tanasia, right? All right, so let me get some words for you. I'm going to put them over this shoulder so you can see them a little easier. Let's do this one, and the words are baby, house, God, love, unexpected, belly, and river. Remember, just go for the word that draws you in the most to start with, and the rest will just come to you, okay? Right, and these are the ones you want to use. Sometimes in my dreams I'm with you, Tanasia. So she'll be included in the dream, okay, on the form, all right? Okay, you ready to back up? You are, aren't you? Yeah. Get some nice music.
This is Miranda doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
And this is Maria doing backup.
Sometimes in my dreams.
Sometimes in my dreams.
I'm with you, Tanasia.
I am with you, Tanasia.
God sent me an angel from the heavens above.
God sent me an angel from the heavens above.
It was so unexpected, Tanasia.
It was so unexpected, Tanasia.
Now when I'm in my house.
Now that I am in my house.
I feel you in my belly.
I feel you in my belly.
We have so much love.
We have so much love.
It's like a river.
It's like a river.
I love you, Tanasia.
I love you, Tanasia.
And I will always love you, baby.
And I will always love you, baby.
I love you, Tanasia.
I love you, Tanasia.
I love you.
I love you.
I was thinking I was Tanasia there for a while. I was listening to it. This is great. I was saying to myself, you know, I think also that what people respond to in this poetry is its sound. You know, the words are there, but the sound of the voice, the sincerity, the open heart, you know. So you both have wonderful voices. That's what got to me. So it's the sound of Soulspeak is what gets to the baby. The baby doesn't understand anything, doesn't understand words. And in fact, both for a year or two, well, maybe a little sooner than that with this one. Yeah. But they know that sound. They know that sound of Soulspeak because it's a sound without any malice. It just comes forth. This is how I love you. This is who we are. This is what it feels like to be me, your mom, you know. And once you start doing that, I hope you girls continue, you know.
This is Alicia doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
And this is Christine doing backup for Earl.
Sometimes in my dreams.
Sometimes in my dreams.
I am with you, Earl.
I am with you, Earl.
Feeling so confused.
Feeling so confused.
As time goes by.
As time goes by.
I feel so different inside.
I feel so different inside.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
But when I look in the mirror.
But when I look in the mirror.
I see the reflection of my face.
I see the reflection of my face.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Without any words.
Without any words.
Because I know.
Because I know.
God will help me and my son.
God will help me and my son.
Earl.
Earl.
My beautiful Earl.
My beautiful Earl.
Hi, I'm here with Jennifer Lynch, the director of Character House. We're going to be talking with her a bit about the young mothers who come to Character House. And I hope you get a pretty good idea from the things she has to say, exactly what your Character House is and how your Soulspeak, you know, fit into their program, which is basically one of preparing these girls to take care of their babies. But there's more to that story, and we're going to ask Jennifer about that. Jennifer, tell me something about Character House as to who's behind it and what its mission is with these young mothers.
Well,
Who are these young mothers?
Okay. The YMCA Character House is a residential program contracted with the Department of Juvenile Justice. Typically, we take girls who have had a lot of trouble in their lives, in their short lives. We take girls ages 13 to 18. And these girls just get into situations that are over their head. They can't handle. They've chosen people that are making bad decisions themselves, and they end up committing crimes. And you know, like I said, the population we serve are pregnant girls. So when they come to our program, they're pregnant, and we have a huge focus on parenting and teaching them the skills that they need to be successful mothers.
We seem to have seen in the girls, at least over now, we've worked with them for about 2 months, I think, a little bit over 2 months, right? Mm-hmm. And what we have seen is that they seem to have been able, through this special version of Soulspeak, where they make the poems with their babies. They start out, sometimes in my dreams, I'm with you, Earl, or I'm with you, baby, whatever it happens to be. Mm-hmm. So they include the baby in their dream, you know. That kind of ability to express those deeper emotions with and for their baby seem to have really made a big change. Yet they all seem to have made that transition where they're able to include the baby into their feelings. So what they're communicating to the baby is a very real, deep sense of, I'm with you, we're going to make it together, it's going to be hard, but we're going to make it. That's what I hear in all of the girls' poems, that they recognize the baby as a co-traveler now.
Mostly, I think that I've seen exactly what you're talking about is a deeper bond. And I really have some comparison to go by, because I started out as a behavior coach, and I started out at a point when Soulspeak wasn't this intimate with the girls.
Right.
And now that you have this smaller concentrated group on this set of girls, I can definitely see that there is a greater awareness, as you called it, a co-traveler,
right,
that this little life right now is completely dependent on that girl.
Too, you know, I spoke to the girls about it. I said, if you do Soulspeak for your baby, it's going to help your baby, but it's going to help you.
Right.
You have to get to a place where you want to help the baby, where you want to speak to the baby intimately, you know, as a real mother, you know. And they stepped up to the line on that. It took some real courage on the girls' part. I know 3 or 4 of them were very concerned about it, but then when the poems came out, you could see their faces just lit up. They could really talk to the baby as a human being, as a co-traveler, couldn't they?
Oh,
this is Christine doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
And this is Alicia doing Backup.
Sometimes in my dreams.
Sometimes in my dreams.
I am with you, Bryce.
I am with you, Bryce.
I open that door.
I open the door.
So you're not afraid.
So that you're not afraid.
I give you all of my love.
I give you all of my love.
And wipe the tears off your face.
As I wipe the tears off your face.
Your eyes twinkle like stars.
Your eyes twinkle like stars.
You're my baby boy.
You're my baby boy.
You're my baby boy.
You're my baby boy.
This is Maria doing Sometimes in My Dreams.
And this is Alicia doing Backup.
Sometimes in my dreams.
Sometimes in my dreams.
I am with you, Kimberly.
I am with you, Kimberly.
Like a dream that I dream about you.
Like the dream that I never dreamed about you.
I am your mother.
I am your mother.
That's walking with you in the mountain.
That's walking with you through the mountains.
Praying all night and day.
Praying night and day.
Showing you love.
Showing my love.
I open the door inside my heart.
I open the door that's inside my heart.
That never hides from you.
That never hides from you.
That I always show you love.
The one that I always show you love with.
I'm your mother.
I am your mother, Kim.
That prays next to you.
That prays next to you.
All day.
All day.
All night.
All night.
All night.
I love you, Kim.